Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM Global channel. My name is Philip. Today I'm gonna be looking at one of my favorite stock picks of the last years. It's gonna be Palantir, the most performing stock I've analyzed over the last couple of years. I was a hyper bull on the stock basically from the beginning, and I called to buy the stock at prices below $10. The lowest position I bought was below $7, so right around the low. I guess everybody knows what happened after that. A lot of people were not believing that the stock could perform, that the stock could even go to new all-time highs. And now we've seen prices way above $100. But now everything that goes up goes down. That's the cycle in life. That's the cycle in stocks. That's the Elliott wave cycle. That's the Elliott wave expectation. Nothing will go up forever. Everything that expands to the upside also has to contract on the downside as well. And basically this contraction, this corrective action is what we are seeing right now in the Palantir charts. The stock has lost significant market cap in the last few days. Especially yesterday, there was another 10-11% sell-off within one day. We are below $100 again. So now this bears the question, what is going to be happening next for Palantir? Will there be a recovery? Will there be new all-time highs? Or are we going to be seeing a long-term correction? So let's dig in. Let's look at our overall chart and the overall history of Palantir. Since the stock is relatively new, there's not a lot of history to look at, but still I think it's interesting to take a look here and see where are we coming from. So after the initial IPO, Palantir formed an all-time high around $45, and from then its demise began, and then we bottomed out around $6.70. And ever since then, the stock was able to recover. It recovered the all-time high, which was just back in November of 24, so not long ago, and then tripled its price from here almost. So as expected, we are now seeing a massive correction. We have already lost. Let's look at the percentage here. So far, the stock has lost around 30% approximately, which is a lot, of course, but it's also in correlation to how strong the whole upward trend has been over the last month. I think this is just a healthy move to the downside, and it's going to shake out a lot of people here. I received a lot of messages on my Instagram about people saying, I just bought Palantir around 100, what shall I do now, etc., etc. So as always, people are very, very late to the party and are now looking for an exit, which is also something that is fueling the sell-off action in my perspective, because people are now in fear. They bought way too high. They are fearing that the stock is going to drop to whatever they're fantasizing about, that it's going back to where it came from, around 6. This is nothing I'm seeing here at the moment. Of course, I'm expecting further corrective action to the downside, but this could be over relatively quickly and we could start recovering again. So my perspective here is right now that we are in wave 4 of the overall count. So basically in the overall perspective, I'm expecting at some point for Palantir to top out within wave 1, but with a new all-time high. And for now, I'm expecting this to form wave 4. We still have ways to go. We still have we can reach prices around $70 and below $70 here. We have a buy zone on the charts for our paid subscribers. The paid subscription service is not yet available in English, but it will be soon. So just stick around and we will announce that in the coming weeks. So this is what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting another drop. I'm expecting this to go below $80 and also even below $70 would be possible. And we could still be within wave 4 and then see another rise and move above the all-time high at $125. There's another option I just want to show it, and it's something I'm not yet, it hasn't been confirmed, and it would be rather small, but it would be possible that the action that we are seeing now. So I'm expecting this to have completed wave 3. We are in wave 4, and we're going to see another wave up here, wave 5, to complete the overall wave 1 action, and then see a massive, and also a very long and enduring correction. But there is the possibility that we could have already seen what we are expecting to be unfolding right now, that this intermediate correction here was already everything of wave 3 and 4, and this was wave 5 overall, and we would have completed wave 1, and this would of course then mean that this corrective action would continue further and would be a much deeper retracement than what we are expecting at the moment. So just to put this in perspective, if this case should occur, which is definitely not my primary expectation right now, but which will be something I'm probably going to bring onto the chart in one of our next updates, would be that wave 1 has already topped. And if this would be the case, we could be seeing prices below 50, and we could also be seeing prices below $30 again, which would of course be a magnificent chance to buy back into this stock, or get into the stock in the first place if you haven't been part of the rally that took place in the last weeks and months. So this is just something I want to alert you to, that this could be something that is playing out here, but it's not something that we are going to be executing now in a straight line, and we're going straight down, we're going below 50, we're going below 30. This is not going to happen. If this unfolds, we will nevertheless, from the zone that I'm expecting for wave 4 to be completed, we will see a rise back close to all-time highs probably, and then continue corrective action if this wave 1 scenario has already completed, would be playing out. So this is not something that the market or the stock will complete now in one move and go down, and it's not recovering from that. That would be very untypical. I would be expecting a classic ABC or a WXY corrective pattern here, which would lead to another retracement of the downfall that we have seen over the last 2 weeks, and then we would start further sell-offs. So, but it's something to keep in mind, especially if you're now re-entering the market, if you're making rebuys here around prices below 70, below 80, that this could not mean that we are on the straight path to new all-time highs. We will recover, but this could end faster than some people are expecting, and this is something I'm watching closely now to see if the scenario could be unfolding, especially if the price action from the lows in what would be the end of wave 4 would be corrective and not impulsive. Then this is something we have to watch out very closely for, because the consequences are not very small here. So this would be drastic in terms of further sell-off that would occur. Like in all of my videos, we will also take a look at my indicator charts on the Palantir stock. Due to the fact that the stock is very young, it is not as easy, and it is not, I don't view the signals that we are getting from the indicators as powerful as from, for example, a stock that's been on the market for the last 30-40 years, because we have more history, we have more reference points to compare certain situations. But nevertheless, it is still interesting to look at, especially if we're looking at the let's say a little lower time frames. For example, the 4-day is clearly topping out. We are losing momentum here. We could see the down cross in the MACD very soon here, and this is the highest time frame that I'm looking at for Palantir at the moment, where I'm confident that this signal will have a longer lasting effect, and it is a signal to be worked with, basically. And if we go further down on the daily chart, for example, we can see that we've just crossed the MACD. We are losing momentum. RSI is coming down, and the long short indicator has also signaled a sell-off. So for this whole correction that we are seeing at the moment, I would really like to see a reset of the daily indicators, especially the RSI. I would like to see the daily become oversold here, to really just to give the stock a breather here from all this action and this super hyped price action that took place in the last weeks. This is not something that is healthy, and that can be maintained over a longer period of time. Because if we go back to the chart here and just look at this move, that from 63 this was just basically a straight line up. This is just something that can't be maintained, and usually never has the strength to go really for a long time without having a decent correction, without having a decent reset here. And so this is something I would really like to see now. At least reset the daily, reset the RSI here to oversold, and then build a new fundament, build a new base in order to fuel the next move to the upside and to go to new all-time highs above the $125.40 here. So to wrap it all up, I'm still overall, in my long-term perspective, I'm clearly bullish on the Palantir stock. It now depends on how strong and how much further will this correction unfold at the moment. For now, I'm definitely for camp, yes, we are in wave 4. This can be over quite soon, but I'm also within the wave 4, I'm expecting some complexity to unfold here, because basically for now, the whole corrective action has been one straight sell-off. This is not something that I'm usually seeing, or that we are usually seeing within wave 4, so I'm expecting more complexity in the correction to unfold, and also to unfold the correction more over time as well. So this should take a little longer in order to, just as I just explained, for example, reset the daily RSI, reset the indicators in general a bit, just to give the stock, again, new momentum to build up in order to go to new all-time highs. So this should take time. So I would really like to see this correction to also do some time here, and not just be like sell off and go back up again. Not healthy in the long run for the build-up of this whole chart here. So this is my primary expectation. Alternatively, we could be seeing what I just mentioned, that this correction unfolds to a much bigger consolidation, and that the stock has already topped out in wave 1. Of course, then this will take a lot more time to complete, but it would also be a gateway to much bigger chances here to buy back into Palantir. Nevertheless, we still have to assume that even after the correction that we're seeing right now, the stock will be more than doubling its price again. So overall, Palantir for me is still an attractive buy once we know how the correction will unfold and it's over. I will re-enter here personally, and just as well as for our subscribers. We sold some of our positions way above $100, cashed in some profits. We are still long, we are still invested in the stock. My personal buy-in is around $11-12, so I'm not giving up any of those positions. I'm going to be holding on to those, even if the wave 1, wave 2 scenario will unfold. There's no reason to do that, because I have zero assumption right now to expect the stock to go below 20. And even if it would do that, then it would just be another opportunity to buy back into Palantir. So that's my overall expectation. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would also like to get some engagement going here in the comments. Leave a comment here and have a chance to win a big giveaway surprise. Comment where you expect Palantir to be in 1 month. What's going to be the price of Palantir within the next 4 weeks? And in 4 weeks from now, I will reveal the winners and reveal a very large surprise for you guys. Thank you very much, and enjoy the videos, and see you next time.